Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be testing out a full face of what's heavy Charlotte Tilbury products. I have had this for maybe 2 weeks now and I've been wanting to test it out so much, but I obviously had to wait. These are all the products that I have. There is so much in here. I will say that I got a lot of these for Christmas and I had some vouchers to spend, so I didn't pay for all of this myself, and some of it's actually my mum's as well, which she's kindly let me test for you guys. So we will be testing out all of this today and I will let you know my thoughts on it. When you order from Charlotte Tilbury, you do get 3 free samples, and a lot of the time she also has a free gift when you spend over a certain price. So it's usually if you spend over like 100 and 120. I think what mine was, if you spend over €100 you get a free palette, which I did get. They included that in here. And at the moment, if you spend over €120 on Charlotte Tilbury, you now get a free foundation. It's actually the foundation that I am using in this video today, so you'll get to see what it looks like on, and if you want to buy it, and you can pick your shade in it, so you're not just getting sent a random foundation. The free palette that I got was the Charlotte Tilbury, obviously, Easy Eye Palette for the Charlotte Darling look. So I'm not actually going to be keeping this. This is going to be put into my giveaway, which hopefully might be sooner than you think. If I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to do it. I was gonna wait till 500, but I've decided I'm gonna do it at 100 so I can get the products out to you. So if you aren't subscribed, subscribe, because you'll be in with a chance of entering the giveaway. This palette will be going to whoever wins the giveaway. So I feel like this video is going to be really long, so grab a cup of tea, grab some snacks, and let's get into this video. Of course, to moisturize, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte's Magic Cream. If you are in any way sensitive to sunscreen, this might not be for you because it does have some sunscreen in it. However, I am also very sensitive to sunscreen and this has not reacted to my skin at all. My skin is completely fine. I've not had any breakouts because of this product. So if you're worried about sunscreen, maybe stay away from it. I think it has SPF 15, yeah, it has SPF 15 in it. However, it has not broken me out once, and I'm really sensitive to sunscreen. This is really thick and it's really hydrating, and it does give you a bit of a glow, which I love. So next I'm going to go in with the WonderGlow Primer. It's going to blur your skin and make your skin just look really healthy and really dewy. Oh, it's tinted. Okay, this is, oh, okay. I have put on way too much on the back of my hand. I'm just going to show you, that's what it looks like on the back of my hand. So as you can see, it is like this tinted colour and I have put on way too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab it all over my face. She's really into like her tinted glowy products. Oh my goodness. This on top of the Magic Cream, my skin feels like absolute butter. I cannot begin to explain how soft my skin feels right now. It literally feels like the softest thing on earth. In terms of what I was saying about the tint hasn't done any covering, which I didn't expect it to because it's only a primer. However, it has given me a bit of a glow, and with that Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream underneath, it has also added an extra glow, which I'm absolutely loving. So far my skin just feels really soft and really hydrated from both of them products, so I'm really excited about that. This product, I cannot even explain how excited I am to try this. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and like I said, I have mine in the shade 4 medium. A lot of these I just get in the shade medium just because I know it's going to match me when I tan on. Okay, so I'm going to put it on the middle of my forehead, my nose, my chin. Okay, it's definitely the right shade for me because I can see it's matched my tan already perfectly. I don't know how much or how little to put on, so we're gonna go with this. And see, now this is where I'm confused. Do I use my hands? Do I use a brush? Do I use a sponge? Do I use what? I think I'm gonna go in with a stippling brush. Maybe wearing earrings wasn't the best choice. Okay, first impressions, blending out flawlessly. as it says. Okay, now that that is completely blended into my skin, first of all, it's even out the color of my skin. So now my face does match my neck and body. However, it hasn't given me as much coverage as I thought it would. Like, as you can see, I still can see my blemishes through, but as I said, I did not put on that much. I really like that. It is just giving my skin a really nice glow. I'm gonna have to play around with it more, but so far it has given me way more glow than just the primer and the moisturizer together. So I'm really happy with that. And I'm happy how well it's evened out my skin. Do you know what? Go big or go home. I'm gonna apply some more just to see where it takes us. See, it also could be to do with the brush that I use, because a stippling brush like that, dual fiber brush, is going to give me way less coverage than a buffing brush like this. Okay, so with that second layer on, it has definitely given me way more coverage, and it's evened my skin out even more. It still doesn't have like complete coverage, but again, I expected that from that product. It's meant to be as an illuminating product more so than a foundation. I definitely think on holidays this is going to look absolutely beautiful and just even out my skin and make it look just really healthy. Okay, so now I'm going to test out the foundation. Now, as I said, I have tested this foundation before, but not in this shade, so I don't even know if this is going to match me whatsoever. This foundation here, it is very full coverage. You only need the tiniest amount of this foundation because it sticks like glue. That's probably going to be way too much. From what I can see on the back of my hand, it's actually going to match me perfectly. And what I found from using it is using a brush with it is going to put it on better, because when you use a sponge, it just sticks to the sponge and it doesn't go on your face. I don't know why, but this foundation just is like literal glue. So I'm just gonna press it onto my skin like so. So I'm just gonna press it into my skin because buffing it just never works for me. And when I say this is so full coverage, I am not joking you. Even though it's super full coverage, it is not cakey whatsoever. Like, I love this. I love this. This is absolutely beautiful. So that's my full face done there. Obviously, you can build it up even more if you want, but I think that has given such good coverage. I feel like I don't need any more. It hasn't caked up in any spots. And because I used the brush and very little product, it has spread it out evenly. There's absolutely no streaks. The first time I tried it, I was like, right, it's a really thick foundation. I'm gonna have to use a sponge. Don't use a sponge. You're not gonna get any product on your face. I don't know why. It's just so thick, and it literally says what it is in the bottle. It's like Airbrush and Flawless. Honestly, I 10 out of 10 recommend this foundation to absolutely everybody. Again, you can add more coverage, but I prefer to leave it at this amount of coverage just in case it does start to get cakey. But if you want to add more, add more. So I'm going to quickly go do my concealer because, as I said, I did not pick up the Charlotte Tilbury one, and then I'll be right back. Today I'm going to be trying out liquid highlighter. Now, I never use liquid highlighter. I feel like it's not a thing that people use anymore, especially because a lot of us have seen that liquid highlighters make your makeup go really patchy, or it takes off your foundation or stuff like that. But apparently these are meant to be unreal. So I have mine in the shade Spotlight. So it comes with this like little sponge doe foot that gets dispensed out the bottom. Now, I've seen some people take it off the sponge to get more product out, because obviously the sponge soaks up so much product. But as well, I've just noticed here, so it has an on and off button, so you twist it to go on and twist it to go off, so your product's not going to leak if you're traveling with it, which I think is unreal. So I'm going to twist it to on, and I'm going to squeeze a little bit to fill it with product. Okay, I can see it coming through. So I'm just going to start dabbing. Okay, it's coming out, it's coming out. Okay, so this is kind of like a champagne-y gold color. I'm not going to squeeze anymore, and I'm just going to place it in the places I would usually place highlighter. So I place it on my cheeks, on my nose, my forehead, my lip, and my chin. Now, I think I'm actually going to go with my finger for this. Usually I wouldn't, but I don't want to take off any of my foundation. So let's just see what happens. Oh, that was so easy. Ooh, okay. So first impressions, blends into the skin absolutely beautifully. You do not need to panic about whether it's going to take your foundation off, because it definitely doesn't. It is like the perfect champagne gold colour, which I absolutely love. Look at that. It literally just gives such a pretty glow, and it's not glittery whatsoever. Like, it literally just looks like my skin was like that to begin with. It blended in beautifully. Like, literally none of my foundation has lifted whatsoever. It doesn't make my skin look sparkly at all, and not much has come off on my hands, which I really appreciate. I feel like that's going to be added into my everyday makeup routine now. I'm really loving a lot of cream products on my skin because of how it looks, but oh my goodness, I feel like you need this. So next we're going to be testing out the powder, and I'm really excited to try this under my eyes because I don't know how this is going to go. So this is what it looks like. I'm intrigued by this because I am usually a loose powder type of gal, just because I feel like it settles into my skin way better than a pressed powder, but I've heard so much about this that I'm excited to try it. So I'm just going to take my normal powder brush, and this, I'm really scared. I'm just going to press it underneath my eyes. So I like to use small amounts at a time for any powder, just in case it can get crepey and cakey quite quickly. It has made my under eyes a little bit darker, but that was expected because it's not a translucent powder like I'd usually use. However, even with my really dry under eyes at the moment, it actually looks really nice. It hasn't made them any more dry than it usually would. So I'm really happy with that. But I'm even more excited to try it all over my face because that is where I want this powder to be. So I'm just using a massive fluffy brush and just dabbing in and pressing it into my skin. I will say this is very lightweight. Like, I don't feel like, even if I put on extra powder, that it is cakey or that it feels heavy. Now that I've powdered my whole entire face, the glow from the highlighter is most definitely still coming through. So it looks like I've absolutely no makeup on up close. Like, you cannot see a bit of powder, a bit of foundation on, except for under my eyes, at all on my skin. I've got no creasing, and you can still see like my freckles and everything coming through. So next I'm gonna go in with the mother of all bronzers. This is their Airbrush bronzer in the shade medium. It is huge. Like, I actually cannot get over the size of this. I don't think people realize how big these are. Like, I'm never gonna get through this. I'm excited for this bronzer, but I'm also kind of scared because, if you know, I only use a baked formula bronzer just because sometimes powdered bronzers, especially like Hoola by Benefit, trying to blend it is like trying to blend concrete. So I'm going to use my usual bronzer brush just to give it a fair trial. I'm going to very lightly tap onto it. Not much product is coming onto the brush, so we will give it a go. Okay, so first off, you actually can dip in quite a bit because it is not super like overly pigmented. There we go. Okay, so first off, it is such a nice colour, like such a nice colour. It is blending out absolutely beautifully. I'm not having to do much work at all, which that was what I was worried about. It's not clinging to anything. Oh my gosh, this might be a new favourite bronzer. I'm literally not doing anything at all, and I was really scared that because it's a powder that it was going to be a work in progress. And I definitely don't look orange. Like, you know the way sometimes with the MAC bronzers, like, you can look orange. I feel like this, oh, this might be my new makeup routine. It just looks so natural and so glowy, and you can still see my skin underneath. Like, even with this bronzer on, it doesn't have coverage, it just has colour. Like, you can still see like my freckles and stuff like that, which I absolutely love. Oh my gosh, I feel like this is going to be my new favourite makeup routine. And I literally just uploaded a new everyday makeup routine, but I think I'm going to have to delete it and re-upload it. This, 10 out of 10. Next, I'm going to try out the Cheek to Chic blush, and this is in the shade Pillow Talk. This also has a glow in it, so I'm just going to be a glowing goddess, aren't I? So this is what it looks like. Now, if you know, I'm not a blusher person. Milani Luminoso has absolutely scared me. So I'm excited to try this and see what it looks like. So usually I would use quite a big blush brush. However, I'm going to go in with this brush and kind of mix it all together. Okay, it's very pigmented. I did not need to do that much. And I'm just going to start up here and just press it into, oh, yeah. I'm just pressing it into my skin. Guys, like, I know her stuff's expensive, but it's honestly so worth it at this point. Like, look at that. It just looks really glowy, really fresh and pink. I'm such a sucker for skin products. Eye products I can work with, brow products I can work with, lip products I can work with, but skin products I'm so particular about. But it just, oh, the glow that my skin has, I can't even explain it. It's not like a glittery glow, and it's not a glow where it's going to make you look sweaty. It just looks like you have a really natural glow. And not that we need any more highlight, but I am going to take the highlighter from the Filmstar Bronze and Glow palette just to try it out, because I do want a full face, even though you definitely don't need this highlighter. But looking at this highlighter, it's not really a highlighter, it's kind of just like an illuminating powder. I'm just going to take my normal highlighting brush and I'm going to dip it in. Let's try it. Oh, now I know why everyone rants and raves on about these products, because look at my skin right now. It is just, it's so natural. Yes, you can still see some of my blemishes come through, but it is just so glowy and looks so healthy. The only thing I would change is I would probably stick to using a loose setting powder underneath my eyes, just because pressed powder sometimes I feel like is too thick. But the powder all over the face I absolutely love. But we're going to go into the eyeshadow palette now. So this has 4 eyeshadows in it. It only has 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. A lot of Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palettes are like this. They will either have 1 or 2 mattes and then the rest shimmers. She also brings out eyeshadow palettes that are catered to a certain eye color. So she has an eyeshadow palette for blue eyes, for green eyes, for brown eyes, for hazel eyes, you know, so on and so forth. The Pillow Talk one that I have has 2 mattes and it has kind of like a slight shimmery shade and then a glitter shade. So I will be using all 4 shades from this palette today. So usually I would start an eye look by using the P. Louise base on my eyes. However, I know Charlotte Tilbury obviously doesn't do that, and she just places the foundation or concealer that's on the face on the eyes. So that's what I've done. I've just taken my concealer onto my eyes and I've also just powdered it down with the powder. Usually I wouldn't set my eye base, but because it's concealer it's going to crease, so I have to set it. So I'm going to take this lighter colour here, just on a Zoeva 221 Look Soft crease brush, and I'm just going to pop it in my eye. Now I'm really intrigued by the quality of these shadows considering how expensive they are. Even with very little product on the brush, the pigment of this, as you can see, is very high. I'm just blending this into the crease quite high because this is our only crease shade, and I'm just kind of messily putting it in the crease because I'm trying to get the full Charlotte Tilbury effect. She does like to keep it quite blown out and quite messy, so I'm just building this up the whole way through my crease and really just blowing it out. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush. This is the Zoeva 227 Lux Soft definer brush, and I'm gonna go into the bottom matte shade here, which is actually quite pigmented, and I'm just gonna place this on the outer corner just to deepen up the crease. And again, I'm doing this quite messily just because I'm trying to keep it as the Charlotte Tilbury look. And with the same brush, I'm just blending this out, keeping it more so on the outside than bringing it in. Even though this palette is small and you're kind of limited with the eye looks that you can do, it's definitely a great travel palette. It is very compact. You do have, you know, enough shimmers and enough mattes to get you by on a really soft eye look. I think I definitely would bring this on holidays because you have a lid color, and then you can also use this as a lid color, or you can use it as an inner corner highlight, and then you've got two shades. And if you wanted to really deepen it, you could just keep building this shade up. But as you can see, I literally just placed it on the whole entire time I was talking to you and blended it out, and it's done. So I'm just going to build up that color on the outer corner. Even with a natural base, I feel like having kind of a deeper eye is really nice. Okay, I think I'm going to leave the eyes there. So for the glitter shades, I'm actually going to use my fingers because, again, I want that blown out effect. So I'm going to go into this shade here, and I'm just going to place it on my finger. Okay, they are quite dry. They're definitely not a creamy formula, but that's what it looks like there. And then I'm just going to place it all on my inner third. Okay, so first impressions, you can see each individual shimmer particle on this, like very much so, but there is absolutely zero fallout. I don't know if you can see, but this is absolutely beautiful. And I am going to kind of take it up into the crease just because Charlotte Tilbury does, and whatever she does, I do. Guys, this eye look is absolutely beautiful. I really like this eyeshadow palette, and I actually think you need it. So I'm going to go into the very last shade, and I'm going to use this on my inner corner. Okay, so I'm going to take a brush, and I'm just going to go into it, and I'm just going to, I'm going to place it on my inner corner. So this one also has like a champagne-y effect to it. Actually, I'm gonna go with my finger. I feel like the key to Charlotte Tilbury products is your finger, and I don't know what finger to use. Yeah, working with your finger with the glittery and shimmery products are definitely worth way more. I'm not even being dramatic or like overhyping this whatsoever. I can't get over how good quality these products are. The glitter on my eyes, I just can't explain it. Like, it's literally like someone got a dry oil with glitter in it and sprayed it on my eyes. I'm gonna do my under eyes now. So I'm just gonna take this brush here and take the bottom shade, and I'm just gonna run it underneath my eyes, just really buffing it out. And then I'm just going to take the top shade with a really fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend it out. And just like that, the eyes are done. And then next, I'm going to try the Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes Mascara. I'm so excited to try this mascara because the first Charlotte Tilbury mascara I ever tried, I did not love. The wand is very different. It's very weird. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just not what I'm used to. Like the bristles are very tiny, almost like you can't see them. So I'm gonna curl my lashes, and then I'll be back to test the mascara. I'm gonna test this out now. I'm quite nervous to see how it goes. Okay, first impressions. It is separating my lashes so well. Like, it's definitely getting into every single individual lash, and I'm able to get right to the root and drag it through. It has separated my lashes very well. I'm gonna do this eye. So it's got two sides. It's got like the flat side and then like the narrow side. So I'm gonna kind of go through it with the narrow side first, and then kind of turn to the flat side. So this side has definitely turned out way better than this side, and I think it is from the way I held the brush. It has gotten onto my lids a little bit, but I don't mind. I can just clean that up with a Q-tip, which I will do when it dries. Always wait till your mascara dries on your lids before you go in with a Q-tip. But I'm just going to go back over with a second coat. I really like this. I think it gives a really natural lash. It definitely doesn't give anything like major. I definitely think you should do it the way it tells you to, because it did make such a difference there. I'm not going to put it on my bottom lashes just because I never do, so I feel like there's no point. I'm gonna wait till the mascara dries to clean it up. Really like that, and I definitely think it is way better than the mascara that I used to use, which was the Full Fat Lashes mascara. Okay, we're on to our last few products. So now I'm gonna go in with the Lip Cheat Pillow Talk lip liner. This is their famous lip liner. If you have not used this, you need to get it. It is a very pinky toned lip liner, which if you're not into pinky tones, you know, you might not like it because it is like pink, but it's more so like the color of my lip. These are really creamy too. I actually prefer the formula of these to the formula of like a MAC lip liner. So that is the lip liner there. The shade Pillow Talk 2 Medium or the normal Pillow Talk shade. So I'm just going to show you the difference in them. So that is the difference in them there. One is a lot darker. This is Pillow Talk 2 Medium. This is Pillow Talk. I'm probably going to stick with the original Pillow Talk just because this makeup look is very fresh. It's very light and I don't really want to go in with a darker lip. So I'm just going to pop this on my lips. Again, these come in so many different shades, and the smell of them, they smell like cookies. I am just gonna put on a lip gloss just because my lips are really dry today. This is just the Fenty lip gloss in Diamond Bomb. And then last but not least, I'm going to use my Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. If you have not used this, you need to get this. Your makeup stays on all day. It does not crease. It literally does not part, it does not separate, it does not slide off your face. It literally keeps us on all day. I actually think it's better than the Morphe one and the Urban Decay one. Way better. So I'm just going to spray this on my face, and it doesn't smell bad. It actually smells really good. It kind of smells like perfume, but in a really nice way. Like, it's a really subtle scent. And it dries really quickly. If you haven't tried this, you really need to get it. And I've used it quite a bit of times and I'm only that way down the bottle. So if you are looking for any new Charlotte Tilbury products, I hope this video helped. Everything that I've shown you comes in a million different shades if you are looking for, you know, a certain shade. Honestly, Charlotte Tilbury kills it, and I can see why her eyeshadow looks and her makeup looks all come out like this really natural, glowy, like really healthy skin, because that's what her products are. Like, even with that full coverage foundation, my skin still looks so natural. It looks so glowy. I don't feel like it looks like an oil slick, which was another thing I was worried about. I was really worried that my skin was going to look like an oil slick and that it was going to look, you know, just like, Leah, you need to powder your face, but I don't think it does. I honestly think this is going to be my new everyday going out, no matter what occasion, makeup look, because I think my skin just looks so healthy. It looks so glowy. Like, I'm literally just repeating myself, and I think you can get the point. The top products I would say that you need are the foundation, for definite, just make sure you're using the brush. The highlighter, you need the highlighter. The bronzer, you definitely need. The eyeshadow palette, you definitely need. If you really want to invest in skincare, I definitely go for the Magic Cream. And I'm going to play around with the Flawless filter some more to see how it works for me. Let me know what your favorite product that I used was. Let me know if you have any products that you love from Charlotte Tilbury that maybe I've used, maybe I haven't used. And also let me know down below if you're going to purchase any of these products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe. And make sure to turn on that notification bell so you get notification every single time that I upload. I hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.